Hello everyone. Today we are going to make the orthographic projection of the given object in third angle projection. We have already discussed about the first and third angle projection in the last videos. I have provided the link in the description box below. So let's revise them again. We can see that in the first angle projection, the object is in the first quadrant, whereas in the third angle projection, the object is in third quadrant. And we can see that in the first angle projection, the object is between the observer and the projection, whereas in the third angle projection, the projection plane will be in between the observer and the object. And in the first angle projection, we have to make the respective views according to this rule, whereas in the third angle projection, we have to make the respective views according to this rule. And here we can see that in the first angle projection, the left side view is in the right side, whereas the right side view is in the left side. So this is just opposite to each other. Similarly, in the third angle projection, we can see that the right view is in the right, whereas left side view is in the left. So today we are going to follow the third angle projection rules. Today we are going to make the orthographic projection of this given object in third angle projection. So we already know that we have to make the top view in this part, front view in this part, and left side view in this part. And I'm going to start from the top view because in the given question we can see the concentric circles in this part. So it will be easy for us to start from the top view. Now we are going to calculate the total length of the top view, and we can see that the length of the top view from this point to the center of the circle is 90, and the length from this point, that is the center of the circle, to its end is the radius of the bigger circle. So its length is equals to 56 by 2 because the diameter of the bigger circle is 56, which is given here. So we can write this length as 56 by 2, that is equals to 28. So our total length will be 90 up to the center of the circle plus radius of the bigger cylinder, that is 28. So it is equals to 118. So we have to make a line of 118 as a baseline in the top view. We can see that width of the top view is 56. So I'm going to make a length of 56 from this point like this. So our top view is going to be in this area. Now we are going to find the center of the circle. So I'm going to join the midpoints of this line and this line like this. And we can see that the center is 28 mm away from this point. So I'm going to make a line which is 28 mm away from this point. Now we have located the center at this point, and in the given question we can see the two circles of diameter 56 of the bigger circle and the diameter of the smaller circle is 32. So we have to construct the two circles having the diameter of 56 and 32. In this way we have made two circles of diameter 32 and diameter 56. In this part we can see a small cut of width 6 mm. So to find this point we have to make a line which is 3 mm away from the center line. So I'm going to make an offset of this line which is 3 mm up and 3 mm down from the center line. Like this, we can see the width of the top view is 48. It means that to find this point we have to make a line which is 48 by 2, that is 24 mm away from the center line. So we have to make a line which is 24 mm away from the center line. Like this, and we can see that this line has been extended to the circle. So we have to make a line that intersects the circle. This line is intersecting the circle at this point. So we are going to make this line only up to this point. Similarly, we have to construct this line only up to this point, and I'm going to erase these two lines because we can see that these lines hasn't been connected, and I'm going to erase this bounding plane as well. Now we have to make this part in the top view, and we can see that the total length from this point to this point is 32. It means that this point is located at a distance of 32 by 2, that is 16 mm away from the center line, and this point is also located 16 mm away from the center line. So I'm going to make a line which is 16 mm away from the center line from this point like this, and I'm going to extend this line up to 40 mm. And finally we have to join this line. In this way our top view has been completed. So our top view exactly looks like this. Now we are going to make the front view of this object. So I'm going to project the line from this edge and this edge. And we can see that its height is 56 from the given quotient. So I'm going to make a line of 56 mm from this point like this. Now we have to project the line from this point of the bigger circle. The cylindrical part will appear as a rectangle from the front view. So we are going to join these lines, but we can see that this line has been extended to the circle and its height is 24. So first of all, I'm going to locate this point and this point from this side in the front view. So I'm projecting the line joining these 2 points. Now I'm going to locate this point, which is 24 mm up from this point. So I'm going to make a line which is 24 mm from this point. Now I am extending this line to the projection line that is coming from these 2 points. So we can see the solid line of the cylinder from this point to this point, whereas the line will appear as a hidden line from this point to this point because this part is seen from the exterior part of this object, like this. Now we have to project the line from the inner circle because it is a hole, so it will appear as a hidden line from the front view. So I'm projecting the 2 lines from this point and this point. So the line from this point and this point will appear as a hidden line because this part is a complete hole. We can also see the projection from these parts, which is because of a semicircle. So I'm going to project this line after making the side view. Now I'm moving to left side view, and first of all I'm going to project the line from this side and this side to the side view. So our side view will look like this in 3D. So this cylinder will appear as a rectangle from the side view as well in this whole part. And we know that this part is a hole, so we can see the hidden lines of this point and this point. So we have to project this point and this point to the side view, and it will appear as a hidden line. So this 2 line will appear as a hidden line. Now let's project this rectangular part in the side view. And we can see that these 1, 2, and 3, 4 points are these points in the top view. So first of all, we are going to project the line from this 1 and 2 point, like this. And we are going to project these 2 points, 3 and 4, in the side view, like this. And we have to project the line from the 1 and 2 points from the front view as well, like this. In this way, we have located this rectangular part easily in the side view. In the side view, we can see the hidden lines that is coming from this cut part. So we have to project the line from this cut part and this cut part in the side view, like this and this. So this part will also appear as a hidden line. Now the only thing left is this semicircle part, and the diameter of this semicircle is 32. So we have to make a semicircle of diameter 32 from this center line. So first of all, I'm going to make a center line here, and from this point I'm going to make a semicircle of diameter 32. In this way, our left side view has been completed. Now we have to project a line from this point, which will appear as a hidden line in the front view. This semicircular hole is extended only up to this point, that is this point. So we have to project a line from these points to the front view, like this. And finally, these lines will appear as a hidden line because we will be able to see this hidden line from the front view, because these holes will always appear as hidden line in the front view. In this way, our front view has also been completed. In this way, we have completed our orthographic projection in third angle projection. And if you like my video, like and subscribe my channel for more engineering drawing related videos.